All right, guys, welcome back. Jack on Tracks. And in this episode, we're going to do basically the rest of the scenery. The ballast is pretty much in. I'm going to give this a vacuum and find out if there's any loose spots. If there is, it'll suck up. We'll come back in and fill it in. We're going to have to do some touch-ups later. I just want to get this, pretty much in some form of completion so we can move along and get this thing ready for the first show. Yep, and that's what we're gonna do. So, stay tuned. Also, there's probably gonna be a little bit of a pause in between this video and the next video. There's gonna be a pause coming up. I gotta take a little time off. If you look back through my videos, I pretty much dropped one every week for the last year. So I gotta take a little time to just relax a little bit. Not that I'm gonna be not recording, but doing the recording and editing takes a lot of time. And I took a little bit of a vacation, and that vacation is catching up to me. So we're a little short on video. So these videos basically come out the same week that I make them. Sometimes I'm a video or two ahead, and I knew since I was going on vacation, I banged out like 6 videos, and when I came back, I was out of video. So I gotta do some videos, but not going anywhere. I'm having too much fun, so we'll figure the rest out. All right, let me get going on this, and stay tuned. Be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. The technique I used on the HO is not going to work on this because this is way too skinny, way too thin. So I'm going to try to just put some on and brush it out. I'm running into a little bit of an issue, and the issue is I'm getting clumps. So I'm going to vacuum this off, and I'm going to run it through a sieve to get these lumps out. That sucked a little bit. Well, let me get my little sieve. We're gonna try a different technique, since I did this in HO, and it was much easier in HO to do it. And just by brushing this on, came up with a little bit of a technique thing I think I like. So I'm gonna give that a shot. Now we're going to wet it down. Hopefully this technique works. Give me a second, we're back. I think this is the best technique. This looks like the best technique so far. This is going to dry up, and I'm going to come in and give it one more dusting over the top, because I see a couple spots that are a little bare. And then hoping that it lasts. It should. Who knows? But yeah, it looks pretty good. So we'll give this about an hour or two to dry, and then we'll come back and we'll give it another dusting over the top, and then I'll soak it down, and then I'll probably flood it with water. You know, that'll get anything thin dry to dry. Oh, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're back. The asphalt has dried. Seems pretty good. There's some barren patches, you know, dirt here that I missed. I touched that up. This spot over here is gonna get touched up with some ballast. A couple of little dusting in here with some more ballast. A hole formed here, but everything else seems pretty good. Gotta get in here and really clean up some of the little overage that's here and there, but there's nothing not to be expected. So with the buildings in place, I can see, you know, kind of where I'm gonna add some greenery. Listen, the fit of the buildings to the layout aren't super tight, but it's modular. Everything comes off, so it's as good as it's gonna get. On the HO module that I did, I put some greenery around the edges, so it looked like it was, you know, weeds growing around it. But I'm not going to do that with this one. It's not really, doesn't really suit my looks for this. I just found these two. I found this building on eBay, brand new kit for like $15. So I bid on it. If I get it, this building will get rebuilt. This building had a lot of touch-ups done to it and stuff. It looks good on camera, but person, it's a little, yeah. This one actually looks decent. All right, so when we did the grass over the ground, the dirt over here, I sprinkled a little, it's a Worcestershire Pub Burger. No, it's actually blended earth. Sprinkle a little blended earth on here. It's not even. It's actually, there's a lot of dirt that shows through. So what I do with this is I kind of do a similar thing where I touch that up. I'm going to get my static grass applicator, and we're going to do some static grass too. There's going to be some in here, and I'm going to lay a little bit of static grass on top of here too. When that's done, I got to do some more work over here, and we'll figure that out. So that's gonna be that. All right, so let me get everything set up again, and then we'll get in here and we'll start throwing some green down. All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. This is my 50-50. We're not going to use the Mod Podge just yet. And this is water and some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to add a little more isopropyl alcohol here. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. All right, so I added just straight 95% isopropyl alcohol to here. So we're going to lay some ground foam down. Let me just get these out of the way for now because you don't really need to see these just yet. Kind of in the way. We're going to put tape on there because I got to lay in ground foam over here. And I'm going to do definitely static grass over here. I like using these containers to shake this stuff down. It just makes it a little bit easier. That's going to be that for now, and then I'm going to come in here with a little static grass. I got in here, I got a 9-volt battery, I got 2mm and 4mm static grass in here. So I did this on a test where I put it on the wet and it worked, so I'm hoping it does it now. I'm going to come in here later on and put in some more. It dries. I never know how much to put in here, so probably didn't put enough in. Let's go with the 2 because the 4 looked like it was laying down too much. So. All right, so while that's drying in there, I'm gonna do a little in here, some up over in here. I gotta tape up this structure. It's gonna go there because I gotta do a little grass work. Tape this up. All right, let me just get what I need. I'll be right back. I had a little brush here. I don't know where it went. All right, be right back. Yeah, that 4mm is not working good in end scale. So we're going to switch back over straight over to the 2mm and call it a day. There's a little bit over here. This is all going to get vacuumed up when it's all over, and it actually looks pretty decent when it's all done. Let's dump this out for now. We're gonna do this. So I want this to stick a little bit more. I'm gonna do this technique. I want to be a little more selective where I'm over here, because this is kind of real visible. I want this to really. This over here is just going to be static grass. One spritz. I think that gets a little more liquid in there. Really not liking the way this is coming out. So we'll see what happens. It's not standing up the way I want it to. All right, guys, just give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. I got my little vacuum out. This thing works pretty good. It's cool for what it's for, but it's really not a good, really super good vacuum. But it will pick this up. Just put down way too much. All right, with it sucked up a little bit more, it looks a little bit better. Even though there's still a lot on here, this is going to get hit with the big vac, and that's going to clear off a lot of what's on here. So I switched over to the cord because I don't feel this is really standing it up enough. Yeah, there it goes. That actually got to stand up a little more. All right, so 9-volt battery, not so much. All right, so we're gonna let this set up for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back in here with the big vac and get as much of this excess off as possible. Don't worry about that. We'll save that. That'll go in a bin, and we'll just use that to dust over a big area later on, another time. All right, guys. Be right back. Hey guys, all right, welcome back. So off camera, I did a little touching up, touched up this area here. We finished this area. This area is all done. That's all done. It's actually looking better as it's drying out. It's starting to look pretty decent. We touched up the dirt in this area because there was obviously not enough dirt over here. This side over here still got to get vacuumed. It's still wet, so we're letting that dry. Oh, we did this section. Over here, I thought I hit play, record, and it didn't. So we're there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a vacuum and give this a quick vacuum just to get anything loose off. This is still wet. All right, so I figured out the static grass a little bit, but what I need to do is I need to touch this up. So I'm going to get in here and touch up this area. See a couple little spots right there. I don't know why none of that's stuck down, but it did not stick down. It's gonna stick down now, that's for sure. That's that. All right, so that's going to soak that in there. I know you're asking, why am I using blended earth and dirt? Well, scientifically and really good reason is I have no idea, because I've always used it, and I didn't take it away from doing the dirt part. It adds a little girth to anything else on top of it. And the other thing we learned, that this thing works much better when it's plugged in than a 9-volt battery. All right, guys, so we're just going to let this dry up, and then we'll vacuum it up, clean everything up. We'll let this dry, because I'm going to do a little bit of this down the middle, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, be right back. Hey, guys, so here we go. It's pretty much done. I'm still waiting for it to dry out. You can see how it's dark here. You guys see how I put this down? I don't spare the glue or the isopropyl alcohol. So that's drying up. I gave this a light vacuum over the top to get as much off as possible. Tomorrow I'll come in and I'll give this a good vacuum and touch up anything that needs to get touched up. If you guys have any tips on how to do the static grass better, let me know, because I've kind of watched a bunch of things online, and the 2mm seems to work great. The 4mm, anything above 4mm with that's not really, I'm not getting it to stand up. So I don't know if I'm just not doing it right. I'm not sure. So, but here we go. The next thing onto this is I just got to finish painting some lines in here. That's really it. The backdrop, we're going to go a different route with the backdrop. I have a guy that makes custom backdrops, and I'll, if he wants me to, even though I'm paying for the backdrop, I'll put a link in there when the backdrop comes in, and we'll do a custom backdrop on this one and a custom backdrop on the HO. That's really it for this. There's it's pretty much done. As far as trees goes, we're going to, I think we're just going to buy a couple of woodland scenics, the nicer woodland scenic trees. And I don't know if I'm going to do magnets in there or what, but I'm going to try to get that a little bit better. I might put a piece of foam underneath where they are on the bottom, so I can slide them through. Not 100% sure on that yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really hit that subscribe button. We finally broke 250. I think I'm up to 253 by the time someone comes out, which is really kind of cool because I have no idea what I'm doing, as you can tell. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification button, please. And as always, I'll catch you later.